Saxon Algebra 1/2, lesson 110. You guys, you want to know something really sad? I was almost done teaching this lesson, and I realized my phone had died. I had it plugged into the charger, but I have one of those sassy little chargers that you have to put it one way and not the other way for it to actually work, so it wasn't working. We were just setting up example 100.1, and I did all this work, and you didn't get to see it. So now I'm going to go back and redo it all. Are you ready? Okay, so we were doing example 110.1. I had written some notes up here. Selling price equals purchase price plus the markup. And I had written that the sale price equals the selling price minus the markdown. And I'd put a little frickin' formula business here because we use frickin' formula for most of these problems. And we had read the first problem and we learned that the purchase price was $40. That was how much North Face charged us for one of those jackets. And we learned that we were going to mark it up 150% of the purchase price. All right. So we were drawing the picture. If this is the purchase price, what we started with, we were going to make it bigger, right? Because we were going to add on, this much would be the purchase price, and this would be the markup. So the purchase price is 40, so we know we're going to have 40, plus we're going to have some more in here, right? And that would be, our markup is going to be 150 over 100, I'm using this, times the of number, which is 40, and that will give us the markup. So I'm going to put that into my equation so it doesn't mess me up. I'll put this over a 1. That'll help. Let's see. I'm going to divide that by 10, and then I'm going to divide that by 10. And then all I have to do is multiply 15 times 4 to get the amount of the markup. That is $60, right? 15 times 4 is 60. So I'm going to put that right here, right? There's the purchase price, and here's the markup. I'm going to add them to get a selling price of $100. Yay, that's my final answer. We calculate the markup and then we add it to the purchase price because that's the formula for determining a price. Okay, so far so good, right? Next example. Whoa, deja vu, I feel like I just did these. Wait, I did. There's 3 in all, did I mention that? I might have mentioned it, but you weren't here. Sybil saw that the coat was marked down 30%. If the original price, selling price was $80, what was the price now? And we call that the sale price because the item's on sale, right? As soon as you see markdown, that tells you that it's on sale. Okay, and that tells us we're in this scenario. And I'm going to amend this formula ever so slightly because the more I think about it, the more I like it. This should be original selling price. Okay, that's this number. Okay, so this time what we're doing is we're taking that original selling price, and we're dividing it. This part is going to be the markdown, or another word for it is discount. This is how much you get off. This will be the new sales price. Okay? We know that our original selling price was $80, so that goes over here. And we know that we're getting 30% off on this merchandise. Okay, now, we're supposed to find what was the price now. That goes here, all right? If we multiply the discounted percent times the original selling price, we'll get the amount of the discount. But what we want, and what you usually want in the store, is you want the sales price. So here is the trick. We look at the percentage that you get off for the discount, the markdown, and you subtract that from 100. The difference is what you multiply by the original price in order to find the new sales price. If you multiply this, then you have to subtract it, right? I'll show you when we get the numbers. But if you flip this around with 100 and then multiply these two, then you get the sales price right away. So let's do that using our frickin' formula. We want to use this percent, right? This one won't tell us the sales price. This one will tell us the discount. So we're going to do 70 over 100. Here it is, times the of number. Remember, this is always the of. And this side gives us the is numbers and the percents. Okay, 70 over 100 times 80 over 1 equals, I'll call it X. It's the sales price. Ready? Oh, we can do the same thing. Look, these zeros cancel each other, and we just do 7 times 8. So X equals 56. So that means the sales price is $56. That's how much you have to pay. We can find the amount of the discount by subtracting, and that would be $24. We can also get it by taking the discount percent and multiplying it by the original. 0.3 times 80 would be $24, right? 8 times 3 is 24. So you could do it that way if you want. But if you're in the store and you're trying to do this in your head and you see the sign says 30% off, then you go to 0.7 and you multiply it by that. Okay, because 0.7 is the same as 70 over 100. I hope that didn't confuse you. All right, so our selling price, no, this is the sales price. It's what you pay for the item on sale. Okay. Third one. My phone hasn't died yet. I take that as a good sign. You know what's really sad, you guys, is that I finished the book we've been using. Look, I got to the end of it, but you didn't even get to enjoy that moment with me, that sweet moment where we got to the end and we're like, uh-oh, there's nothing left. And then I had to borrow the Algebra 2 book because I didn't have another book for you handy. Okay, third example, final one. Let's do it again. Original selling price equals the purchase price plus the markup, and then the sales price equals the original selling price minus the markdown. And we're using frickin' formula. Okay, third scenario. The sale price of the ring was $120. Sale price. It should just be, sale sounds better. Sales, I don't like. Sale price equals 120. If it had been marked down 40%, for the sale, what was the original price of the ring? So we're supposed to find original selling price. So again, we're using this second scenario. And again, this is a ice cream sundae style because our original selling price is going to get chopped into 2 chunks. This is going to be the mark down or the discount, the part that you don't have to pay. And we see that is 40%. And then this is the sale price. This is what you do pay after the discount. And we know that is 120. We're supposed to find this number. Now, this is one of those tricky ones because we've got the percent for one part and the number for the other part. So what we have to do is use this information to get two pieces of information that relate to the same part of the circle. The easiest way to do that is with the percent, because we know that these two have to total 100%. That's what this totals. So if this is 40, this has to be 60. Okay, I'm going to write OSP equals in there. So now we can frickin' formula it. We want to use the 60% because we want to use the 120. So it'll be 60 over 100 times this OSP equals 120. Okay, you feel good about it? That's exactly where I realized my phone had died. Because the reason why I realized it died was because I started a side rant about, are you sick and tired of this freaking formula? Does this make sense how to use it here? Does this just confuse you more? And I thought, you know, I really need to ask you about that when we video chat. So I wrote this out on camera and I put it on this book to tell you that in the video chats, I'm going to ask you about how you feel about the freaking formula and whether it made sense in this lesson. So you can look forward to that. Okay, so we're multiplying this. Let's do a little reciprocal action here, right? That's over 1. That all cancels. 60 into 120 goes twice. So what that means is that the original selling price was $200. And that makes sense because if we take 200 times 0.6, we would get 120. That means this must be $80. I did that just by subtracting, but look, 40% is 0.4. 0.4 times 200 would be 80. So it all works out and ties together beautifully. And that is the right answer. Yay. Oh, okay. That is the end of lesson 110, in which we pretend that we're shopkeepers and we're buying merchandise from manufacturers and we're creating a selling price to put on the little ticket for our, most things don't have tickets anymore. Yeah, they still do. Most things have price tags of some sort, but that's how much they cost. And then we also learned how to calculate for when we want to put things on sale, right? That was here, right? Okay, I'm done now. Goodbye.